Today we are talking about Germany. I'm going to walk you through how to apply for the Germany Opportunity Card. That's the Chancekarte. So in 2025, Germany plans to grant 30,000 visas. And as of May-June, over 11,000 had already been approved. So that means there is still plenty of room for you and I. This Opportunity Card is a residence permit that lets people from non-EU countries move to Germany and look for work or start the process of getting their professional qualifications recognized. So the best part about this program is you don't need a job before you make the application. All you need is to meet the basic requirements. So here is the deal. The Opportunity Card uses a point-based system and you need at least 6 points to qualify. And these points come from your education, the skills, the language, and personal situation. But if you're already having a degree or vocational qualifications, which is already recognized in Germany, you can apply as a skilled worker without worrying about the points. So to be eligible for this opportunity, you need to meet these basic requirements. You need your proof of financial means. So either use a block account in Germany or a sponsorship from someone who is already residing in Germany. And you will also need a degree of vocational qualification. So the vocational qualification should be at least 2 years and the university degree should be 4 years. So you need to make sure your qualifications are officially recognized in the country where you studied. And I will leave all the link in the description as you can check whether your certificate is recognized in Germany. The next requirement is your language skills. You need an A1 in German or B2 in English. So if you have IELTS, TOEFL or Cambridge English, that means the required scores, they all work for this program. Once all your documents are ready, the application itself is so simple, but the key is to fill the form correctly. So in this video, I will take you through the step-by-step process, show you exactly what to click, which documents to upload, and how to avoid all the common mistakes. So if you're new to this channel, I'm Obrane as always. On this channel, I share valuable information about traveling abroad, upcoming conferences, study and work opportunities, and everything you need to know to build a successful career internationally. So to begin the application, we visit the official website, and you can find the link in the description below. So from the home page, you go to visa section. You will see different options like the blue card, the opportunity card, and the others. Click on the opportunity card. So you can read the overview if you want, but scroll down to the online application. So the first question asks which country you currently live in. So I will select Ghana for this example. So next, you pick the German mission that is closest to you. So if you're in Ghana, you choose Accra. Then you click apply now. So you will need to give your consent for processing your personal data. You click confirm. You move to step 2, you create your account. Before filling the application, you need to set an account. So enter your email address, you set your password, and you click register. So you check your email to verify it and you log in. So this application requires you to have a secondary email where they will send you a verification code. You enter the code and you click continue. If a quick top pops up, you can skip it. So now you're on the main dashboard. So we start by checking our eligibility, that is score counter. So the first question is about your professional qualification. So do you have a university degree? So is it bachelor's or master's? You select that. If you completed vocational training, just select that instead. If you don't have any qualification, you can't apply for the opportunity card. Next, you need to confirm whether your qualification is recognized in Germany. You can check this through the Obrane database. The last part here is your financial support. So this time you will need to prove you can support yourself while in Germany. So it's either you're opening a block account in Germany or a declaration of commitment from someone who is currently residing in Germany. And some countries may allow other documents like bank statements, so you need to check the website of your local German mission. So if you're applying with a spouse or a partner, you need to indicate here. Once you finish, the system will confirm your eligibility as a skilled worker. So you click save, then you return to the main dashboard. So you fill in the application form. The form has 6 sections. So let's start with the personal information. So this time you need to make sure every information you provide here corresponds with what you have on your passport. And don't shorten or guess any names. You need to include any middle names if they are in your passport. So enter your date of birth in a format like this. You enter your place of birth in the city and you select your country of birth. You select your gender and your marital status. If you're single, you select single. But if you're not single, but married, divorced, or widowed, any field would appear to enter the date since you had that status. So the next thing you do is to fill in your current nationality. So assuming maybe you've held previous nationalities, you need to mention them here, otherwise you leave it blank. If you also have children, you answer yes and you add their details. So you enter their name, their date of birth, their place of birth, their nationality, and their current residence. You include multiple entries if it's needed. So it then comes to parents' information. So this time you enter your father's full name, you enter his nationality, his date of birth, and current residence. So you do the same for your mother. But if a parent has passed away, you can just enter deceased. The next thing is your occupation. You don't select your profession from a drop-down list. Your closest match is fine. So if none of them fit, just choose other professions and type your specific job in the extra information field. If your current job is different from your training, you can add that here too. This is optional but very, very useful. The next step is our contact data. This time you need to enter your current address, you enter your phone number, you provide your email address. You need to make sure all of this is correct because the embassy might contact you. So if you live outside your country of nationality, you need to answer yes and you provide your visa details. If not, you leave it blank. So moving to the next step, you move on to identification papers. This is where you enter your passport details. So type of your document, I will choose ordinary passport. If you're not an ordinary person, you're a diplomat, you select that one too. So you enter your passport number, you check carefully for exact spaces. So you enter your date of issue and your expiry date and the issuing country of your passport. So the next step is a travel and data purpose section. So here they want to know the reason for your trip. So since the opportunity card is designed for employment purposes, you should select employment. And after that, they will ask about your planned arrival date in Germany and whether you intend to stay for no longer than 12 months because the opportunity card is valid for 1 year. So you should select yes and then you enter both your arrival and your departure date within that 1 year period. So you think of this as a small test. If your dates don't match the 1 year validity, your application could be refused. So you take your time and arrange the dates correctly and double check before moving on. The next section is our reference. So now we've read the reference section. So this is where you provide the details of a contact person who is either in Germany or in your home country who can be reached if the embassy needs to verify information concerning this application. So our next step is the means of support and details of stay section. So here you need to show how you plan to support yourself while you're in Germany. And if you're using a block account, you simply enter block account here. If you're relying on declaration of commitment, then you'll have to enter that instead. So since I'm using a block account, has a declaration of commitment been completed? I have to select no. And next, they want to know where you will be staying in Germany. So now I'm not there yet and I don't know the exact street or house number, but the form requires at least a postcode and a city. So seeing this field are marked with an asterisk, you must fill them in. If you're staying with someone under the declaration of commitment, then you will need to provide their full address, their street, their house number and city because the embassy will check this. And after that, the form asks whether you have health insurance for your stay in Germany. So this is mandatory. I already have mine, so I'll select yes. So the next question is about your previous stays in Germany. If you've been to Germany before, just click yes and extra field will appear where you can enter the details like where you stayed and your travel date. Finally, you'll be asked some security and health questions. For example, if you've ever been convicted or deported, or if you suffer from any contagious illnesses, they will want to know, like SARS. If none of these apply, just select no for all. So once you are done, you save your progress and continue with the application. Once you are sure, go back to the overview page. So when this section is complete, you'll be linked to upload your documents. So the first document that we are going to upload is our passport. So you need to scan the page with your photo and details, and they should all be in a PDF format. And the next document that we are uploading, our next document is our school reports. They want us to submit our school certificates. That's our C and BC certificates. All your documents should be in PDF file. You combine them all in one file and you upload it. Our next document is our university degree. So if you have mark sheets, you can combine them all into one PDF file and you upload this one too. You go on and upload our recognition of our university degree. So you need to check an Obrane database and take a screenshot showing that your degree and university are recognized. But if your qualification is not recognized, you need to get a statement of comparability from the German Central Office for Foreign Education. So I'll leave the link of the Obrane database in the description below. Our next document is our recognition of the higher education institution. So your higher education too, you need to take a screenshot. But first of all, you need to check an Obrane database too if it's recognized. You upload that one too here. So your next document is your birth certificate, and it needs to be official. If you're in Ghana, they are currently using a biometric. The next document they are requesting is a proof of your secure livelihood. They're asking about your proof of funds whilst you are in Germany. So if you're using a block account or a declaration of commitment from a family member or a sponsor who's a resident in Germany, you need to take a screenshot of it and convert it into PDF file and you upload this document. So our next document is our health insurance. So when you are done uploading the documents, the next section is for you to visit the VFS Global to apply for your visa. So at this point, you may see a message saying the German mission where you want to submit your application as a higher workload. If that happens, it means you've been placed on a waiting list. But don't panic. This is normal. You just need to wait until the consulate contacts you by email. So once you receive that email, you'll be able to continue your process and submit your application through the VFS Global. So after receiving an email from the consulate that your application has been confirmed, you'll be redirected to the service provider website to complete your payment. So for example, in Ghana, it's VFS Global. That's where you'll be applying for your visa. So if you're new to the channel, you create a new application on VFS, you choose long stay visa, and the visa type should be national visa, and the subcategory should be an opportunity card. When you're done with the selection, you complete your payment, and after the payment, you need to upload the confirmation or signed declaration back on the dashboard. And finally, you click submit application for preliminary review. So the service provider will review your application, and if everything is intact and okay, you will be redirected. You'll get an email with your consulate appointment, and if everything is okay, you'll get an email from your consulate. That's your appointment details. So always remember, this card is a great chance to start your career in Germany, to explore job opportunities, and even get your qualifications recognized. So you need to take your time filling out the form, double check that every information you are providing is intact, and you will be ready for your appointment at the consulate. So if this guide helped you, give this video a like and subscribe to the channel for more tips on building your career and life in Germany. And also be in the comment section for all your questions. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Macro.